This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1029 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is an excerpt from the Horses in the Morning monthly endurance episode with Karen Chaton. Karen has some clever DIY tricks to stay warm in this time of year when you're out riding. And then Kristen from the Distance Depot has her recommendation for keeping your hands warm and dry while riding and doing barn chores. And we'll get right to our tip after this important message from EasySignsOnline.com. With Christmas season fast approaching, it's time to start planning a custom gift that will last for many years to come. Visit our friends at EasySignsOnline.com and browse their unique website for their many custom sign options and styles.
With affordable prices for customized signs starting at $39.95, your holiday gift giving just got easier. Their step-by-step online sign ordering process allows you to choose only the sign options you want and see all the pricing up front. From horse farm entrance signs, vinyl banners, magnetic vehicle signs to stall nameplates, and much, much more for every horse owner. Place your order early to allow plenty of time for Christmas delivery. Check out the website today at EasySignsOnline.com. That's EasySignsOnline.com or call them at 1-800-640-8180. That's 1-800-640-8180. Well, very good. And now we're going to go from a health tip from Karen to our monthly endurance tip that we do here every month. And, of course, we're going to talk about riding in bad weather, which you're going to get to practice tomorrow. Now, tomorrow you're going to need to strap yourself to the saddle because of the wind.
I know. Well, it sounds like it, yes. Definitely. This next few days that we have coming up are probably going to be really gnarly. But yes, I've had a lot of experience riding in all kinds of inclement weather over the years. So I just thought I'd throw out a few tips for people because really there's never any bad day to ride. If you don't have the right gear, then you can be really uncomfortable. But if you've got the right gear, you can almost always have fun riding no matter what the conditions are. You just got to kind of keep a positive outlook and be prepared. And
all
so
right.
Later we're going to talk to Kristen at the Distance Depot in a little bit, and she's going to tell us about these really awesome minus 10 degree gloves and some winter riding tights, which block the wind and are great to ride in. So the first tip is to use layers. Just like with almost any outdoor kind of activities, if you use layers, then it's a lot easier to add or remove them as you go, depending on how the conditions change. And if you've ridden in Nevada, they can change rapidly. I'm sure a lot of places are like that, not just here. Check out products and gear from other sports like skiing, especially cross-country skiing, because they've developed a lot of things that are in the high-tech material kind of stuff that's meant to breathe while insulating and keeping you warm at the same time. If you get a waterproof jacket, try to find one that's got a big hood that's large enough to fit over your helmet, assuming you ride with a helmet, because that's a little bit easier than if you put the hood of your jacket on and then the helmet over it. Then it's a lot more work if you want to put it on and take it off. If you have a hood on the jacket that's big enough, you can just pull it up over your helmet and keep on riding if it starts raining, and then when it stops, just pull the hood off. If you go to the dollar store, go ahead.
If you can fit your hood under your helmet is not fitted right.
Right, and then it's really tight, and then that'll give you a headache, and then you really can't hear anything, which may or may not be good. If there's lightning, you may not want to know.
All right.
So, okay, if you go to the dollar store, they have like shower caps, and rain caps that you can put on over or under your helmet and just tie them on and use them to keep your head from getting wet. Because a lot of times, once your head and your feet are wet, you're just kind of out of luck. That's when you start to get cold and miserable and uncomfortable. But if you can keep your head dry and warm and your feet warm and dry, then usually you can get through the ride and everything's good. One of my fun tips, which is really easy to do to keep my feet warm and dry if the weather changes and it starts raining, is I take a 1-gallon baggie, I put it on over my sock, put my boots or shoes on over that, pull down the bottom of my riding tights, and then just put a strip of duct tape around my ankle to seal it all up, and then that keeps my feet warm and dry.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yes, and that's not going to really work if it's 100 degrees and raining, because then you're probably going to feel hot and sweaty. But for most of the time when it's raining, it's usually a little bit cooler, and that works great. I've done rides where it just poured rain on us for hours, and when I finished, I peel everything off. The last thing on me that's actually still dry is going to be my feet and my socks because of the gallon baggies, and they don't take up so much room that you still usually can't get your foot in and be comfortable. So that works really good. There's also instant heat packs, hand warmers that you can get, and they make them for your hands or your feet, so you can put them in underneath your boots and also in your gloves, and that helps a lot too to keep you warm. So
I think I'm going to need to find some 2-gallon baggies for my feet, though, being size 12. I don't know that 1-gallon baggies are going to fit.
There you go.
Look around for some 2-gallon baggies.
Well, you just get it, get it on as much as you can, and they should probably fit. But yeah, a guy with a really large foot might have to stretch it a bit.
Well, those are some great tips for riding, and they come from experience, a lot of riding outside, so in all kinds of weather. And
improvising, yes, making do with what you have in order to be comfortable.
Well, we're going to continue those tips with Kristen Lacey of Distance Depot as she's coming on to talk to us a little bit about some different products that help in winter weather riding. Let's talk to her right now.
Well, good morning, Kristen. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Karen. Nice to be here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, it's December, and for most of us listening to the show, it's winter. So let's talk about some winter riding gear, starting with your gloves.
Okay. We do have a great winter glove by SSG. A lot of your listeners are probably familiar with them. They have a fabulous winter glove called the 10 Below, which has, it's polar fleece lined, and it has this glove has actually been redesigned. So it has a synthetic leather backing on the back of the hand, which improves their waterproofing because these gloves are waterproof and very warm. You can put your hand right in the water tank and pull out ice, or get in the hay feeder and remove ice and snow, and your hands stay dry and warm. And they're fabulous to ride in, too.
They sound great, especially for my climate. I'm always pulling ice out of the troughs.
Now, you tried these? Are they good to riding? You know how some gloves are so bulky you can't feel the reins?
Yes, I certainly have tried them, and I love to ride in them in the winter because my fingers get very cold.
Well, there you have it. You can find links to today's experts, topics, or products at horsetipdaily.com. This podcast has been made possible through the generous support of EasySignsOnline.com and listeners like you. If you want to make sure that you never miss an episode of Horse Tip Daily, go to your app store for Android or iPhone, search Horse Radio Network, and download the Horse Radio Network app. You can do it today. It's quick, it's free, and it's easy. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.